Did y'all hear that?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Oh, you drawing lines and everything. Okay, so before we start, I wanted to talk about since we got both of y'all together, how's it been going for the best self, the why? How's that been?
For me, it's been going pretty well.
Tell me what that looks like in real life. What do you mean?
So, I was struggling. So
Hmm.
I have to constantly remind myself because work, I feel like I'm a workaholic. So it's a pro, but it's a huge con. I started to feel like it was more of a con than a pro. And so lately, I did do my plan and remembered my why. And so I sit there in my office where I do have a picture of like me, my daughter, my grandmother. And it really do bring me back to it brings me down when I feel like I'm up here, or maybe if I'm really low and I just need to be balanced out, and it just brings me back. And it makes me feel like honestly everything isn't as bad as I feel. So I love my little plant. It's starting to bring gnats in the office though.
You watering it though?
Yeah, that's what. So I did my research. Apparently, the wet soil brings gnats.
Oh.
How to get the little veil, something it's called. You stick in the
Mhm.
light, it'll attract them. So that's what my coworker said. So they said it'll be all right though.
Yeah. I mean, your disposition definitely seems like you're in a whole lot better mood than when I spoke to you last.
Oh, and we may go.
There you go. Well, what about you?
Um, so mine ebbed and flowed. Um, More so like, I had my reminder, my why. And there were moments that the why was not working. Like I could stare at it and it didn't do anything. So I had to go back to our conversation and just remember what I wrote down, and that kind of brought me back to like this is the representation, but this is kind of the words behind the actual
Hmm.
the item. So I just had to remind myself of that. And
What are
then
some of the words you read to yourself that hit? That way we could we might could take something away from that.
um the one that stuck out is to make it all count. So it was just like I was looking at the trophy and I was just like I want to win, but then I just had to make that moment count and realize that this is a moment. It's not the whole thing. And I just kind of had to push myself past that when you normally just kind of want to throw it away. So just making that moment just continue to count and just pushing myself to move forward.
Okay, that's good. That's good. And then, love, I know you haven't done that yet, but you gotta do that. We're talking about the why and best stuff, but maybe some of that will come to you while we talking about things. So that goes right into talking about goal setting because now that you got that idea of what your why is and how you want to show up, now it's talking about goal setting. So I can just start with how the day went for myself. Uh, Lauren, I know I talked to you today, and you gave me some great things to to keep in mind. All that stuff got blown up. I'm on these DPRs, and it wasn't looking too hot. And in the midst of that, that's when I was talking to y'all like, hey, let's set this up and let's do this. And when I say goal setting is a way for you to anticipate what's happening in the future rather than reacting. So part of me asking like, "Oh, can y'all get on?" is anticipating the goal that I already want to do, which is do these at least once a month. But me having that goal kept me in a mood where I could tolerate what was happening at the moment. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Well, a lot of people don't necessarily have goals or they don't have it written down. So they're more or less just reacting to life. And when you're drifting, it just becomes whatever anybody else wants it to be. Have y'all felt that before?
Mhm.
And what
Absolutely.
about you, Lauren?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how I wanted to start with just that goal saying, like, even in real life, like just now, I just got home probably 15 minutes ago. And Lauren, I know you said, hey, we still doing this? And I'm like, hey, accountability partner right there. Need that. But I'm like, I gotta jump on and do something that I know is gonna be good for me that I have set because this job can be all encompassing and it can take damn near everything out of you. And not just the Navy, but I'm sure for Irma, she probably felt moments where like, what else is there left but to just relax and do nothing?
I
Yeah.
think it's easy to get sucked into everything else and not pour into yourself and give
Mhm.
so much to work
Mm.
because we have so many goals attached to work. Like it's easy to attach our goals to like I want to achieve this, I want to do this. But when you ask people what are their personal goals, it's harder for them to identify the personal goals of like, well,
Mhm.
this is what I really want to do and
Yeah.
keep it separate from work.
That's true.
Mm. Yeah. What's your thoughts, Harvey?
It's funny because I agree with Long, but I came up in this community where you will achieve your personal goals if you get these work goals done first. And that's what's beat in my head, and that's why I feel like all the happiness will come with it. Because everybody say if you make goal, then everything, all your life would be, the rest of your life would be good. So I don't be focused about the rest of my life because I'm just so focused on work. So even when you told me like even today earlier, like we're gonna talk about goals, I'm like, are we talking about work goals? It's like everything.
We talking about making gold for the year or what? Well,
So it's just like that's what I'm thinking. Like, are we talking about work goals? Are we talking about DLCPO? Like everything just work, 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 work.
and it's like I only invite you for how many more years you got left?
And then Navy,
Yeah.
I got 7 years, 6 months,
Ooh.
and
7 years. So once that's all done and you somewhat lived your life connected to making a goal, how you feel when that's no longer a thing?
that's a good. I feel like I'll be relieved. I think it'll be an adjustment, but I ain't gonna lie, I feel like I'll be relieved.
Well, I only say that because at the end of it all, we got to go home with ourselves. And I would say for recruiting and just being in the Navy or just jobs in general, you can start to lose sight of who you are, what you really want, what you dreamed about, because you're just trying to make it to the next day.
Hmm.
So that's why I said, like, when you thinking about the goals, you'll have to adjust that. So going into a story that I thought was interesting that I wanted to tell before we get into doing a little exercise. Who knows about Jim Rome?
About who?
Jim, damn. Okay, nobody. Jim
No file.
Rome.
No file.
Write it down. Write it down. Write it down. Yes, love. Go ahead, write that down. So Jim Rome is okay. Y'all know about Tony Robbins, right?
I've heard the name.
Okay, maybe. Well, I know wifey knows about it because I obviously have done seminars and things. But basically, Jim Rohn was the mentor of Tony Robbins. Like he was big into self development before it became a thing of being a speaker and whatnot. Jim Rohn was that guy. He's like one of the grandfathers of it. Or do they say godfather? Maybe grandfathers. But so one of the stories he talks about is how he had a mentor and he challenged him with one goal. He was like, if you could do one goal, I would want you to do this. What do you think that goal was? Anyone?
Mm.
What you got, love? One goal. Nothing? Nobody got nothing?
'Cause I don't know who he is.
Just any
One goal.
goal. Just one goal. It could
I
be
don't
anything
know.
that you think about. Just throw something out.
To be better, I don't know.
Two,
Be
but
happy.
okay,
For,
be happy. Okay. What you
yeah.
got?
Oh, I don't have like a good work-life balance.
Work life balance. He challenged him to become a millionaire.
Mm.
Hmm.
Now, why do you think he challenged him to do that? Out of all the goals that he could come up with, his mentor said, I want you to go after this one.
To break him off some, I don't know.
To break him off. Okay.
I feel like maybe he thought that was an impossible goal.
Yeah.
So he told him, I want to challenge you to become a millionaire, not because of the money that you'll get, but the person that you'll have to become to make it.
Hmm.
His point that he was driving was choose goals that will challenge you, that will make you uncomfortable, that you'll have to stretch, that may seem impossible, but at one point in time, a lot of things seem impossible. No one thought that we would be flying in the air. No one thought that we'll be driving cars. Someone had to think outside of what they currently can see. And the challenge is not just looking at, oh, I think I could do something like that. And people being good with that. Because how many times have you went after a goal that you just knew you could get?
Mhm.
Ugh.
I'm seeing some laughs now.
I
Yeah.
feel like going after goals you know you can attain, it's easy. It doesn't require much of you. And it's just like
Mm,
I can do that. So it doesn't require much for you to do. It's just like, all right, I can do that. I think in using, recruiting is just like just put one person in. Like that's a challenge or a goal we set for a
mm-hmm.
person. And then after they do one, be like, all right, let's do two. And you kind of just keep moving the goalpost.
Okay. What you thinking? It's funny what you said, Long, because one of the people, I guess one of the participants was like, well, I don't want much. And the guy was like, well, that's good because that means you don't have to become much. I was like, you know what? That's a good point. A lot of people out there are saying, I don't want much. I don't desire much. And because of that, they don't have to create much substance within themselves because they're not reaching, they're not challenging themselves.
I think that also goes into what I had told you earlier. Um,
Well,
I
yeah, you
think
gave me the theme.
the thing, no, it is just again mind going. I think some people lack the confidence to go after their goals.
Ooh, ooh. Yeah, tell us some more about that you were telling me. Tell them
Uh,
what church was telling you.
when I had went to church, the title of it was "I'm done running," and the concept was basically how people lack confidence to go after certain things that seem or could be hard. Um, and the one thing that stuck out that he said was fear puts you on the sideline, confidence puts you in position. And I think fear
Could you
keep
repeat that one more time, just in case they want to write it down or anything?
fear puts you on the sidelines and confidence puts you in position. And what that means is a fear of failure or whatever it is will keep you from attempting or going after your goal. But if you have the confidence will be like, I'm gonna try. And even if you fail, you're gonna be a lot further than if you've never tried at all.
Mm.
So that was crazy that we having this conversation after I had that writing that down.
Oh yeah, you set the stage. What's your thought, Flo?
That's exactly what I was thinking. Before she said that, I literally had wrote fear of failing. I feel like that's I feel like people make the excuse of saying like how you're saying like um they don't want to attain much, they're already comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily believe that's true. I think that's just people putting it in their head. It's better to say that you never never
Mm.
failed. So
Yeah,
you
yeah.
don't have to be like, oh,
Then
I'm
you can say I
comfortable.
tried.
Yeah.
Because you say you tried and then you still fail, then what would that do to you?
You're right.
So it's much easier to say, I didn't really try anyway.
Right.
Mm. Harvey, bring us home. What you thinking?
I mean, I just agree with you guys. Fear, honestly, I thought that was just something um I definitely dealt with. One of the questions on the registration, it was like, where do you feel like you're stuck or challenged? And I was like, I erased it like 1,000 times. Then I wrote it back. Like, okay, I'm gonna just put it. I'm like self confidence because
Hmm.
it does when you lack that, it does make you want to be comfortable and scared to move on. It's because you have that fear, and that's what I feel like I personally had. I want to like get over because that's a huge deal, like especially mentally. So
Where do you think it stems from? If you don't mind me asking too deep.
man, it's crazy because I wrote that. I was like, I feel like he's gonna ask that question. But I don't know. I just feel like history or when I have failed, I don't take it well. I just don't. I feel like over the years I just acquired at first, I don't know, I had like good self-confidence and then it was something somewhere down the line, it hit me and it wasn't a good feeling. It was somewhere in the military though. And I think it made me feel so little to where I didn't want to feel or I'm too scared to even touch it to try to get
Mm.
calls or things like that because I don't want to see what it feels like to, be called dumb or stupid or fail or anything like that.
And that's when you start overworking and you start overcompensating and just so you don't ever feel that way again.
Yes. Yeah. I feel like it gives me bad anxiety. I know for a fact I have anxiety. It gives me bad anxiety before it even gets to that point.
Mm. And how long it take to recover from that?
I feel like a good minute. It
She
feels
like still recovering.
it feel like I don't really recover. It's just I hate
Hey,
it.
you tell me about the anxiety too, love, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I guess like for me, I get in my head and I don't even think of how I feel. I'm thinking about how other people are seeing me
Mm.
or uh the embarrassment, I guess.
When we
Hmm.
start doing those stories.
Yeah, because it's not like I don't. Yeah, for me, it's like I don't. It's not that I don't take it well and stuff. It's just I get in my head of like, what are people gonna think, or
No.
if I don't succeed or whatnot. I'm not sure. I'm always. It's the same. It's the same way where I'm always. I instantly think of like, what are they saying? And it's like none
Yeah,
of
and
it's
then
even happening.
it goes down a
Yeah,
rabbit hole.
but. I don't know. I guess it's just getting the thought of what people are saying, which they might not even be saying, which is the crazy part. It's like you just get stuck in your head.
Yeah. And then that would corrode that confidence.
Mm-hmm.
Because the more you think about it, the more you lose out on yourself and knowing that, hey, I'm here. Somehow I was chosen. Somehow
Yeah.
I was chosen to be here. Out of all the different things that could have happened, it was me. I'm here. And knowing that you're already good, it's just hard in the moment to remember that.
Hmm.
And as well as none of this is that big of a deal. But it feels like it's the top priority, uh, the top focus of your life. Okay. So with that, let's talk about the goal setting. All right, everyone got their paper, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put a timer on. So what I want everyone to do, let me see how long it would take. I may do a little bit of it too. For the next 5 minutes. Yeah, I think 5 minutes is accurate. And if y'all need more time, we can just go from there. But for the next 5 minutes, I want you to think about not making gold, Harvey. Not just recruiting, Harvey. I, I want you to think about all the the things that you want to achieve out of your entire life for the next 5 minutes. I don't want you to think about, okay, that seems possible to me. That seems no, I want you to you remember when you were a kid and when they said, "Hey, what do you want to be?" and you named anything because you actually believed you could do it. You believed that anything was possible. I need you to think as a kid when you do this exercise for the next 5 minutes of writing down everything that you want to achieve before you leave this earth. Okay? Y'all ready? You got the premise?
Yep.
You said in life?
In life, that's going to challenge you, that's going to stretch you in life. What do you want to achieve before you die? If you was in your deathbed and you look back over your life, what would you want to see and say, damn, I'm really happy I did that, or I seen that, or I was able to become that? What would you be seeing? The timer has started. And you doing some writing over here. Okay. I like that. And I know your brain will play tricks. It'll say, hey, don't write that down. You ain't gonna be able to do that. Nah, I want you to write down whatever comes to mind. And it can be in a month, 3 months, a year, 5 years, 20 years, obviously 30 years, whatever
Do you have
you
to be
want to achieve.
specific?
Hmm?
Do we have to be specific?
Like what specific? Whatever
Well,
you
you're
want to do.
saying in years.
No, you ain't gotta write that down. Just anything you want to see, anything you want to do, anything you want to become. That whole page should be filled up. Where do I want to go? Who do I want to see? How much money gonna be in my account so I can give it to Brandon? Anything. And y'all got kiddos. Well, you want to see what the kiddos. Well, you want to see what your doggy love.
Hmm.
I want to do a lot, clearly.
Okay, we're at 2 minutes. No rush. You going. Keep writing. What schooling you want to get done? What certification you want to get done?
Nothing.
Where do you want to travel? What business you want to create?
Hmm.
And filling it up, okay? It's raining. Okay, WP. You taking me, man. What do you want to buy? I'm working with some people that got some dreams. I love them.
Huh.
Hmm.
Okay, about a minute left. Keep going. Anything you could think of really quick. Keep going. Keep going. Push it. Push it. Jesus. This is lame.
It's all the boxes.
Okay. 30 seconds. And okay, 5 seconds. Come on, squeeze something in if you got it. Okay, Harvey sneaking one more in. Okay, boom. We're at 5 minutes. You all have just become the top 15% of the world. Did you know that only 3 to 15% of people write down their goals? Did y'all know that?
Mm-mm.
Uh-uh.
Look at that. Because a lot of people make goals in the beginning of the year and they never look at them again. And they also don't write them down. So that's why they never get them done. But it is said, I'll write this down. It is said that people that write their goals are 43% more likely to actually achieve them. Yeah, get there. Yeah, get there and do that. Won't you remember that? Okay. Now, I want you to look at all your goals. I want you to see which ones can you achieve in 2026. I want you to circle those. Oh, shit. Long guys got huge. She said, let me add some more on there
Uh-uh.
that you can achieve this year.
Like, get it done?
Get it done.
Oh,
2026
okay.
by December.
By December?
Y'all. You scratching your forehead. I don't know what's going on.
That's a short time
I
frame.
circled one.
You circling yours? Okay. Okay. Harvey's still making some up over there. You got them circled?
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. Cool. If y'all don't mind, could y'all tell me at least one of them?
Um,
There we go, Long. Way to step up. What you got?
getting my HR certificates. That would be the most in the time frame you gave. I wouldn't say
Okay.
easy, but based off that time frame that I could do.
HR cert. Nope.
S. Cert.
Oh, sir. I thought you said that. I just okay. And
Cert.
then what makes you want to do that? What's your why behind that?
Um, it's something that I need it for my next chapter, so that's something that I need to focus and get done sooner rather than later. Um, for me transitioning out of the military.
Okay. That's getting done with your race, right?
Yes, finishing my race.
Okay.
Getting all the good stuff that we sell to other people.
Okay. Love, what about you? Switching it up. What you got? And
What?
don't say divorce.
No. I put to be debt free, and then I put to become a children's book writer, and
Oh,
then
damn, you got
I put
just say one.
healthy and fittest because I think I could do all three.
Okay. Healthy, fittest,
My healthiest and fittest.
healthiest,
Healthiest,
and
fittest.
fittest.
Yeah.
Okay. You said a book writer for
Yep.
children's book. and then you said be debt free,
Yeah.
like going to Credito and it's zeroed out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I love it. Long, did you have more than one? I didn't know she
Well,
was just gonna stunt like that and name three of them
no, I have a lot, but stuff that I can have done
within a year. Okay,
by December. All my stuff is long.
okay, gotcha. Okay, Harvey, what about you?
I put consistent health and workout routines, and I put to build traditions and leave
Hmm.
legacy. For my
Dang, okay. Everyone's just trying to beat each other. That's what it is. So tell us about that. Why? Wait, you know what? I'm sorry. Look, I don't think I asked you about yours. What was yours, love? I asked long, but I didn't ask you. Like, what's your why behind those three?
Oh,
So the book writer. What
yeah.
makes you want to do that?
Well, it was just something that I wanted to honor, King. So I
Mm-hmm.
want to accomplish that.
Okay.
Um, so that's my why for that.
Okay, and then healthiest, fittest.
My why on
Yeah.
that is what is my why? I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like I have it every year,
Okay.
and I always get like close, but never like
There.
there. And I just want to get there and then stay
What would that do
consistent.
for you if you were there?
I guess I just that was there. What would
If
it
you
do
were
for me?
there, like you woke up, you looked in the mirror, and you was like, "Damn, that's me."
Yeah,
What would that do for you?
exactly that. I'm gonna wake up and be like, yeah. Not that I like really struggle with that, but it's like, why not?
Why not?
Like
Okay.
I want to feel 100% all the time, not just like 80.
Okay.
So
Okay. Good. And then debt free.
yeah. That one, a why is I feel like that's a big. It's really mainly my like only stressor. So if I
Mm.
can get rid of that, I feel like I just
And that can help you with the other one too, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Harvey, now what's yours? You said, legacy. I was loving it.
Yeah, leave a legacy and build traditions with my daughter. And then I said consistent workouts and consistent health routines.
Okay. So tell me about the legacy and building those traditions. What's your why behind that? Because
Um,
a lot of people got kids and they don't be trying to build nothing.
because I like with my mom, we didn't have that best relationship. I personally know that feeling of not leaving things behind. I feel like we're working on it now, but I see how it hurt her. How she feel like I kind of me or my sister might throw some stuff back in her face, not purposely,
Hmm.
comes. And I feel like I would just never, I never wanted to be in that situation. I never want to my daughter to feel the way I feel about my mom sometimes. Like you could have did better.
Hmm.
But I still just want to leave something with her. Like every day, I just always try to remind myself to do something for her, or just a reminder, even to have patience. But I definitely want to actually just do traditions, and she can look back on it, and then she want to do this, so she can pass it along and break that, generational curse.
Love it. And then the consistent. What does that look like? Consistent. Or the reason why I say that is because with goal setting, sometimes we can be broad, and I'll just use you as an example because I do the same thing. That
Hmm.
we can say something so broad that it's really hard for us to actually achieve it or know what that looks like when we do achieve it. Because, like, let's say you're consistent for 30 straight days, you miss a day.
Hmm.
You could start beating yourself up and say, "Oh, I'm not consistent anymore." So I'm just curious, what does that look like for you?
I feel like at least working out 3 to 4, maybe even 5 times a week. Cause
Which one?
uh,
Because each of those, three, four, five, like which one is gonna make you feel like, damn, I ain't doing enough?
at least three, like at the minimum three. I want
You'll
to,
be happy with yourself if you at least did three.
yes, because
Okay,
honestly,
y'all remember that. All
we
right.
work too much. I feel like I don't have time. I don't feel like it. But I'm a foodie, like a big foodie. First thing I wake up, I'm thinking about food. I'm already on the internet. Like, so I'm very picky and like I just love food. That's why I want to travel. I'm not big on food. Obviously, thank God I'm pretty tall for my height. I do gain weight, but it's hard to keep it off, especially being a mom and working a lot. We sit at a desk. So I'm like, I have to be consistent so I can eat what I want. I don't like eating healthy like that. I'm not even gonna lie.
I can see that's what you want. That's your why right there. You're like, I want to eat whatever the hell I want.
Yes.
Okay, that's
Honestly,
a,
I did put in a healthier routine. I do need to eat healthy because I want to be around for my daughter, grandkids, or wherever the case is. But I'm gonna find a better way of eating. But I'm not gonna lie, I love to eat good.
it sounds like that food was a stronger why. You're like, yeah, I want to be here for my family and stuff, but that food though.
I try a new restaurant almost every day.
Okay, okay. Okay, thank you all for sharing. All right, I wanna before I move on, is there anything on your list if you could really stretch yourself and say, I could get this down to this year, 2026, if I really tried, if I really pressed myself, if I really used every resource I had, is there anything on your list you believe I could make this shit happen? If it's not, it's okay. I'm just wondering. Long shook her head quick. What about you? Nothing?
Mm, no, I don't believe so.
No, you don't believe so? Okay.
You mean to make happen this year?
Yeah, if you really tried it, if you wasn't thinking about, oh, I ain't got the resources or whatever, uh, and I'll write this down. They say your reasons come first, the
Mm,
how comes second. If you have enough reasons, the how will reveal itself. Do you believe that?
yeah.
You sure? If you can think of any moment in your life where you don't know how you got this shit done, but you had a real strong reason for getting it done, and somehow you figured it out. It didn't open up until you had a strong enough why to figure it out. Would you agree?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So that's why I just asked, is there anything on your list? But you said no, Long said no, Harvey, is there no on your side? You don't see anything?
Mm, I don't think this year. I mean, there's some things I
Okay.
maybe like. I mean, not some things. Just maybe like. I mean, yes. If
Oh,
I
okay.
really like,
If you really got to it.
yeah,
Okay.
it's possible.
Okay. Because those are the things that I would say you should challenge yourself if you're able to, right? Because it goes back to your goals that you currently have written down. Who will you have to become to achieve all of those? What type of mom will you be? What type of friend will you be? What type of daughter will you be? Who are you going to be represented as when all of these are achieved?
Hmm.
And the faster that you get to those goals that's going to challenge you the most, the quicker you become that person. All right. So, action time. We always end it towards that action. So, with the goals that you have written down that you said you can get done for this year, what is
Mhm.
the first action item that you can do today to get that ball moving? I already looked up like shit.
Are you talking to me?
Shit. I'm talking to everybody.
Oh, I mean, like for example, when I put like working out, I can get up right now, pull out my Peloton, and hop on the bike. Make myself start.
Okay.
Like self accountable.
Okay.
Um.
That's like one thing that you can set. So even with your, like you said, the Peloton, like you can set something up for tomorrow. Like, okay, I'm waking up at this time. I'm gonna jump on and do this, or I'm gonna set up a schedule. Anything that you know that you can do. They say never leave the site of goal setting without taking one action. Right there, right there. They lock y'all in right there. Because that's something to remember, even when you're talking to other people. Is A lot of people talk about goals, but they end up not doing anything because they didn't, while they were in that mood of like, yeah, I believe I can do that. I'm gonna do it. They didn't do any action to move the momentum along. They let it stay in that goal setting moment, and then they left that moment and did something else, and now they forgot about all that work they just put in. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what's one thing, love? What you got? You get, and you don't have to do all three goals. It can just be one thing that you know you can do to set the stage.
And you said it's to take action, like today.
Any I would say action today. Something that you can do today.
I could write my next page.
Write your next page today.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Harvey, what about you?
Um, like I said, I can pull out my calendar, start set my alarms to wake up in the morning, actually start doing my workouts. Um,
Okay.
even with my daughter, like I said, building traditions, that can start the same. I can start making moves and planning things for us to actually do to go get out.
Okay. Okay. Long, what about you?
Um,
You gonna send your sheet over to me again?
I gotta finish my registration. Um, no, just finishing actually submitting the registration and actually start and getting the material to start studying for my certification.
So when you doing the registration?
Well, I got a production meeting tomorrow.
Because I got someone that can sign that off for you. You trying to do this Navy cool. I just had an NC1 that she just got approved for that APHR.
I will send it tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
She didn't write that part down, did she, Harvey?
I'm writing it down right now.
You could send it today, right?
I can send it today.
And Harvey, you got yeah. Are you using your phone for this?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Do you got your like iPad or anything that's connected to your calendar or whatever, your alarm clock?
No, I just got my phone.
All right, let's do that. Let's go ahead and set that time up for you real quick.
Okay.
And love, you got your book ready right there.
It's already in this journal.
Yeah, and this is another thing. Goal setting. A way to help yourself is obviously having an accountability partner, but saying what you want to do out loud publicly. Because when you say it out loud, other people hear you, and now you feel more pushed to do it. I'm sure y'all probably have had a situation where you had a goal, but you didn't want to tell nobody because you're like, I don't know if I'm gonna do that. I
Don't
don't
let
know if I'm
nobody
gonna try
ask
that
you
out
about it.
because they gonna ask you about it. They gonna say, hey, what happened with the? So that's what we're doing for each other is we're saying it out loud because I would think we're gonna get on another call and it'd be like, hey, what's going on with them goals? And now we can all check each other and make sure, hey, what you said you wanted, you're still going after. I know you didn't do it yet, Lil, but going back to that why, and I told Long this, you need as many strings attached to you as possible to pull you through when things are challenging and things are hard. You need as many strings that you can attach to yourself to keep you steady. Another thing they say is the more the more whys or the more reasons they become a magnet. And the stronger you can have that, that magnet pulls you even harder towards where you want to go. What you got on here? You did it? Oh, you about to write your page?
I was looking for it. Somewhere.
You looking for it? Harvey, what's up them times? What time we doing it?
Oh, I set mine.
Look, she said she done. She did hers.
Mm, I set it for 5 o'clock in the morning.
5? Are you gonna be able to do that?
Yeah, I already have to get up early for my daughter. I just set it an hour ahead so I can. Honestly, I be up. To be honest, I just don't get out of bed.
Okay, and you gonna be able to get out of bed because we gonna remember you said 5 and you gonna do that workout.
I'm gonna get up at 5.
We gonna remember. Okay. Long definitely looking like she don't want nobody to ask her anything.
No, I'm gonna
She
do
knows
it.
she ain't working. Like, no.
No, I'm gonna,
You don't
go.
even sound energized. You sure you want that goal? You
No,
don't sound like you push towards that.
no. I have to put myself back into school mindset to do it. It's something that I know I want. And then being in this position, how am I gonna manage the studying and this position at the same time? It's new. It's gonna be a different challenge, but
Yes,
my
and what I would add to that is it may not be as big as you think. If you start with APHR, shit, even if Harvey started with APHR, shit, y'all could work together and probably get that thing knocked out in a week or two. It's not that hard. I waited until the last minute to take the exam and I studied everything over a weekend because I had to take it on Sunday and I couldn't push it no more. And
mm-hmm.
I still was able to pass. A lot of it is what you're already doing. Like, what is the SWOT? Like, you know what that is. You haven't done that before. Uh, how do you engage with employees? Like, they have certain questions that you know
The answer.
is not good leadership.
Yeah.
So
Is it
I
not like it's taking what I know and being like, that's not what you can do in the real world, but that's what we can do in this world.
but the good thing is you already have a good mindset on what looks right and what doesn't look right. That's what helped me out because I said, yeah, that wouldn't be a good move in general. So I would say don't make up the stories of this may be like me going back to school. It may not be any of that. Let's see. Okay. Does anyone have anything to add or say or oh by the ways? Anything on your mind that you want to add to the conversation?
You
Hmm?
gotta make you live with her. You gotta make sure she actually write that page.
Oh, absolutely. She about to work on that right now. Mm, okay, good. So
Mhm.
that was our session for goal setting. Tell me one thing that you took away, love.
I feel like I'm just getting in my own way.
Mm,
I just realized like these goals I could have already done. I don't even think these ones are necessarily even attached to fear. Um, I just don't have the motivation. I think it's just like laziness, really.
mm,
Because like I'm looking at them and it's like I don't really see why I haven't done them. Besides just not doing them at all.
and I would challenge you on so everything that we do, no matter if it's good for us or not, is always going to be in the best interest of ourselves. So even when we feel like, oh, I'm being lazy, what was it really? You probably just felt like I need a downtime, I need a
Yeah.
break. It's like anything that we do is going to be for the betterment of ourselves, but sometimes we have to intentionally redirect our focus to something else. That makes sense? Like
Mhm.
even when we cry, it's to exhale, it's to like let some of that go so we can get in a better headspace. So I challenge you not to criticize
Yeah.
yourself and say, "Oh, I'm just lazy," or it could be that. It could just be those moments I didn't intentionally say, "Okay, I need to do something else with my time."
Mhm.
What about you, Long? What'd you get out of this?
Um, what I got out of it is what you said is the person you have to become to achieve your goals.
Mm.
Um, that one stuck out because it reminds me of not now, but kind of who I had to become to achieve everything that I did.
Ooh,
So just
I'm going,
yeah,
yeah.
kind of like Reason like, yeah, you do have to. Sometimes you can't stay the same person to go somewhere you've never been. Um,
Could you give a little context on that? Because you know what, you make a really good point. You legit had to become someone different, and this is another good point. I don't know if y'all want to write it down, but they say that the current person that you are have to die for the new person to be birthed.
that is a very true statement. For me, it was getting out of the negative mindset and just taking on the persona of what everybody kind of believed you are. If they want to believe I'm this, cool, I'm that. So really taking a look in the mirror and proving people wrong that you are not that person.
Hmm.
And setting goals, because there was a lot of goal setting in that, and just going after all the goals that you set off. But you can't be that same person to achieve that, because you couldn't have a negative mind. You couldn't be a loner and off to yourself. So it caused you to go out and have interaction with other people and doing the things that you did not want to do. And that ultimately transformed me into a different person. So now, even when people see me, they don't even, I'm not the same person, because they don't even, like, they can't tell. They only, some people have just met this version. And when
Mm.
I tell them the story of the other version, they don't believe it's the same.
They say it's impossible for you to
Yeah,
be
they don't believe it's the same person. So just realizing that in order for me to achieve not just the one goal of the certificates, but all the other goals that I have on the paper, I am gonna have to transform into a better version of myself to achieve those. So that's what I took.
Love it, love it. Harvey.
So I actually took to like seize the moment. I know
Mm.
Long was telling us that in the beginning. I wrote that down. She actually was like, make it count. And I think
Yeah.
that's in everything, even the goals I wrote down to like actually seize that moment and take action. And I think that'll
Love
definitely
it.
be a stepping stone. Because like you said, like if you like let fear take, take advantage, I just won't get anywhere. I feel like if I don't try, like you said, if you do it and fail, you got further than not trying at all.
Mm.
And I think that's the barrier I need to break.
I think it's easy to be scared of failure too, because nobody ever talks about their failures. Like, they only talk about their success. So they'll never tell you how they failed multiple times to get where
Mm.
they are. They'll just tell you all of their, like, they'll give you their highlight reel. Oh, I did this and I did this and da da
You
da da.
just see the champion.
Yeah,
Because
they
I feel
won't
like
tell.
Yeah.
people always remember you for the bad, but they won't remember people don't remember you for the good. And that's another thing
Mm.
frightens me. So I don't know why I care about what a lot of people think, but that's actually a problem too.
Or you just want to make sure that you're represented in a world, how you show up is reflected.
Yeah.
Right. And the thing is, sometimes it doesn't really matter what we do. Some people are always gonna have certain thoughts. And we can't control them. What we can control is what we do together in this room and make sure we be different than those people when we're engaging with who we work with. That's all we can really control. Because some people will be having bad days and you're the perfect person to take it out on. And just noticing that and remembering that, hey, it's not me. No matter what you do, right? You could do something terribly bad, but two people will handle that situation different. I'm sure Long has she has same situation. Two people can handle it totally different. So that means it's not a you thing, it's a them thing.
Hmm.
Okay. With the goals that you have down, make sure that this isn't the last time that you look at it. Okay? Because that would erase everything that we just did. So get that duration of like, okay, I want to look at my goals every week or I want to look at them every whatever. And then for those other goals you have, break those down. The ones that you have for the year, what are you gonna do this month? What are you gonna do this week? What are you gonna do daily? Right? We all said what action we're gonna take. Long gonna be looking for that when you send it. That way I can approve it. But it's those things like after today, what are you gonna do moving forward? Like Harvey, you said you're gonna wake up in the morning, you're gonna do that workout. Awesome. What is that week? What does the rest of the week look like? What does the month look like? What does that rest of the year look like? And so on and so forth. One of the things that I have used is doing a 90-day plan, and I just write three main goals. Three main goals I want to accomplish within in that 90 days. Like even so obviously you see all this random stuff in the background because we just moved in the house, but I wrote down this goal in the mid December and I said I want to get our third house. And for both of us, we were getting to a point where we were living in a furnished finder for damn near 5 months. And it looked like the house was not about to come. And I remember we were going back and forth on it. And I remember like, hey, you know what? Let's just rent. And because of me writing down the goals and me visualizing it coming true, I said, no, we got to follow through on this. I have already seen us take the picture. I have already seen us have the keys to the house. Like it has already been done. We just need to walk through that door. And here we are. So that's the power of the goal setting is just make sure you constantly remind yourself of why you're doing what you're doing, visualize it, and we hold each other accountable and it will come true. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's really all I have unless someone got anything to add.
Accountability is not fun.
Adult.
Okay. Okay, well would y'all want to do the next one in June?
Yes.
What
Oh,
y'all want to talk about? And I'm gonna look at because that register thing was like I said, that was the first of me. Like, I know I set it up, but I didn't know how it looked on the back end. So you said you wrote stuff. I'm gonna look Harvey and everybody else to see what
I
that
didn't
looks
write
like.
anything. I was like,
I didn't know how you were supposed to do it. I was like, okay, because I know it's something you should have written, but I was like, I don't know how that looks. But what would you want to talk about on the next one? I'm kind of going in a certain direction, but I'm definitely open to what comes to mind. Ideas.
hold on.
Okay. What you got, love? Anything?
Mm, no, the only thing that comes to mind is like that one exercise we did like a long, long time ago.
What exercise was that?
Um, trying to remember what you called it, but
What was it about? What we did?
it was it's like it's the one we had done in the apartment of like finding the real reason of why you don't take your like take action and whatnot.
I think we did.
Oh, you
I
did?
think that's what the last one was.
Oh,
I
okay.
just don't think we did it. I think we talked about it, but I never did it with you.
No.
So I was gonna do it with Pam. Well, did y'all think of anything? If not, I already got an idea, but I wanted to see what y'all thought.
any exercises like on self care or anything like that.
Okay. Self care. Okay. You long?
Um, I for me, just brainstorming, thinking, right? We kind of touched on it here. But I feel like confidence is a big thing, right? And
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
confidence, in different
Harvey said, "Clock that."
no, just confidence, in different scenarios and circumstances, like how to have confidence when are giving good news, bad news, vice versa. in different spaces, how to have confidence in a hard conversation, things like that. I think those are kind of something that's big and important, but also, confidence goes along with goal setting, like having the confidence to see your goals through.
Okay. Yeah.
Because some of my goals I might be intimidated by and start second guessing, and like you
Yeah.
said, might kind of walk back on it because I might be intimidated by it. So just
I like that.
how to how to keep your confidence.
Mm. Okay. Would y'all like that? That sound good?
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, yeah. So I believe a lot of that is connected to obviously what goes on up here
Mental.
because your thinking creates your world. And if you're thinking of it in a certain way, like how you said, "Oh, I'm thinking about how they're thinking of me." Automatically that's starting to do something to your body and now you're starting to freeze up. You're feeling anxiety. Same thing. So if you're able to control this, then you control everything on the outside. So okay. I got that written down.
Renewing of the mind. That's what I was trying to find
Oh,
the word.
damn, that's pretty good. Renewing of the mind.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that sounds professional as fuck. Okay. Okay, let's do that. Well, I just want to say thank you all for, especially y'all for having that patience while I try to figure my world out. Uh, Thank you for showing up. Thank you for giving that feedback and telling us about more of your life and what you want, your dreams. And I'm just glad to have shared this space with y'all. So everyone have a good night and we'll talk soon. I'm sure in between times.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.
Yeah.